Hello, everyone. My name is Utman Sahib from NWC Education, and I'm very, very happy to be on this program today again to host this wonderful event where you have opportunity to interact with not just any other person, but people who are going to help your way into studying in the United Kingdom. So today I'm with Ola from Aston University, and at the same time, Helen is also on the program from NWC Education. So feel free to join us, get a seat, and rest your back as she'll be answering a lot of questions concerning what to make it much more easier for you to get into Aston from Nigeria. So Ola, good afternoon, and it's nice to have you here.
Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Okay, Ellen, can you please brief introduction of yourself too?
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Helen. I am a student consultant with NWC Education.
All right, it's nice to have everyone. So, if you're just joining us, we are from NWC Education and currently having this Q&A with Ola from Aston University. So, in case you have any question as we go on the live program, of course, you can use the comment section to ask your question, and she'll definitely do justice to that. So, Ola, can you please introduce yourself and let people know who you are?
Okay, my name is Ola Lungbe. Olayode. Recently, Ola Lungbe Oshonuga. I am the country officer West Africa for Aston University. Although we get to cover other parts of Africa, like East Africa as well. So I'm vast in the area as well. So in case you're on the call and you're from East Africa, I'm able to answer every question that you have. So I work with Aston University, and Aston University is one of the most reputable universities in the UK. We're currently among the top 5% globally, when it comes to ranking in the UK. And I'm here to talk more about the university.
All right, that's amazing. Good to have you once again. Our student would like to know about Aston University in term of the admission intake. So in most cases, they don't want to know. If I want to join Aston, is it available in January, May, or September, or its specific intake is what Aston operate? How about in
Okay,
Nigeria?
so Aston University we have three intakes. We have the September intake where we are currently recruiting students into now. And then we also have the January intake. So maybe you're not able to proceed in September, then you can as well go in January. Then we have the April intake. So April intake has some courses running, and then you can apply for April as well. So just touch more about the university, because many people probably you're hearing about Aston University for the first time. So Aston University is located in one of the best cities in the UK, which is Birmingham. Birmingham is the commercial capital of the UK. So if you're looking to study where you can get access to different work opportunities, you have access to different socials, entertainment, many things. All of these are available in Birmingham. And the university is located at the city center. We are big on learning facilities, teaching facilities. We are big on innovation. We are big on creativity. We just do so well in terms of academic. So if you're sound academically, or you want to study in a university that is keen on quality, you can consider Aston University. So our intakes are currently September, January, and April. So you can select any of the intakes to apply. Thank you.
All right, thanks for that response. Ellen,
Okay, what are the requirements, like the basic requirements for undergraduates and postgraduates?
Okay, thank you, Ellen. So for undergraduates, we require that the student should have completed their O levels, and then they've gone ahead to do something. So we naturally in the UK, students they are not able to come in directly from O levels, meaning that probably they finished their WAEC. They are not typically expected to come into year one with the WAEC. So they need to have done something, like a sixth form. So either they do like a foundation or they do like A levels, depending on the 13th year that you're doing. Then you can use that result with your WAEC result to come to do an undergraduate with us. Also, for our master's program, our postgraduate program, we typically accept a minimum of a second class lower for majority of our courses. So if you have graduated with a recognized university, so like in Nigeria, most of the universities are well recognized in the UK, Ghanaian universities as well, so if you are finished from any of these universities in your home country and you finish with a second class lower, then you can apply for most of the courses that we have. That's basically the requirement.
Oh, okay
Thank.
then. That's good. And I
Okay.
believe if someone is just having their O level, then definitely they need to either take a foundation course or might have taken an A level course from Nigeria, if I'm clear,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Okay, so that's good. And I believe Aston has a package for someone who has the same O level and wants to do foundation program at
Oh,
Aston.
definitely.
Okay.
Definitely. So if you've done O levels and then you want to do foundation on the campus, then yes, we have such availability for you to come to do your foundation on the campus. Interestingly, you would also be in the campus. So many students would not know whether you're doing foundation or you're year one. They only know that you're a student. So you can opt for that option if you want.
Okay, thank you. Is Aston University about a wide range of courses or just few selected discipline?
Actually, we have different courses. So we have major three colleges. So the first college is the College of Business and Social Sciences, where we have several business courses, management courses, humanities courses running in the college. Then we have the College of Engineering and Physical Sciences, where you could study engineering, IT, related courses. Then the last college is the College of Health and Life Sciences, where we have various of courses from pharmaceutical science to stem cell and regenerative medicine, neuropharmacology, several courses. So we have different courses in the colleges of business and social sciences, engineering and physical sciences, and health and life sciences.
Okay, that's a good one. Ellen,
Okay, that's a good one. Thank you. I would like to know the tuition fee, if there are deposits and the discounts that comes with the tuition fee.
Okay, so actually, I've spoken about our reputation in the UK. We are highly reputable in terms of rankings, in terms of accreditations. We're currently named University of the Year for Student Success, and then we recently grew from being 10% to 5%, globally in the UK. This means that we do so much in terms of quality, and nothing that is quality comes cheap. I just have to set that, so that people don't just hear the tuition and like, oh my God, it's actually not the most expensive university in Birmingham, but it's not the cheapest because we invest so well in our learning facilities. Every student that comes to Aston is treated as premium, as treated as priority, right? So our tuition fee for September intake as well as January intake, it actually ranges between £21,000 to about £24,000. So it's a range. But we do so well in terms of discount. We do so well. We're quite generous. I consider us one of the most generous universities in the UK because every intake we have different scholarship. In September of this year, we gave as high as full scholarship to some courses, selected courses. We gave full scholarship with inclusive of living expensive for some courses. There are some other courses that got £10,500, depending on the course and depending on the kind of scholarship that you're applying for. There are some other students that only got £7,000. There are some students that got £3,000. So everyone has a discount. So it is from then the minimum discount that you can receive as an international student is £3,000, and it can only get higher. So when you have the discount, you just deduct it from your tuition fee, and whatever is left is your new tuition fee, right? After you've done that, our deposit is only £5,000. So when you pay the £5,000, then you would be able to access CAS. CAS is confirmation of acceptance of studies. CAS is what we give you as a university so that you're able to apply for your visa and come to the school. So when you pay the £5,000, we don't say, oh, pay your tuition fee at once. No, pay £5,000, then you can apply for your CAS. You get your CAS, you come into the university, and then you can start paying your tuition fee in installments. So we have an installment payment plan. We want you to pay at least 50%, all your tuition, like 50% of all your tuition fee in the month that you resume. The month you resume, so we want you to pay up to 50%, inclusive of the 5,000 you paid earlier. So meaning that whatever you're paying extra is lesser. Then you can spread the balance of your tuition fee within 8 months. So after you pay the 50%, the remaining 50% that you've not paid, you can pay that within 8 months, which is very conducive and very comfortable. So in case you probably have, you want to plan your finances, you want to plan how you're going to make the payment, then you can stick to this. Pay £5,000 when you get your offer, and then the months that you resume on campus, you would pay up to 50% to make it all of it up to 50%, and then the balance you paid within 8 months. So that is the installment plan for us, and we are hoping that you can make an application. Application turnaround time is very quick, especially if you're applying for our Masters of Thought, emphasis on Masters in Thought programs. So when you are applying for the regular MSc programs, then you could get your offer in less than 72 hours. So you can put in an application today, and before the end of the week, you already have an offer.
That's a great one. Of course, not everybody, even though Nigerian market is price sensitive in terms of choice of student. Of course, there are so
Yes.
many people who actually want to go for something quality, something standard and highly reputable. So of course, we give this kind of recommendation to students who don't mind the cost, and at the same time, they are going to get value for their money. So I like the fact that everyone that has gone to Aston from our agency gave that same comment about the institution, about the standardization and everything that the university got to offer international students. So we have been speaking with Ola Longpe from Aston University. She's the African representative for the university, and all we do is having a Q&A on questions that we know may be bothering your mind, and something that will definitely guide you to achieving greater heights to study at Aston University. So, should in case you have questions, please do use the comment box to ask your question, and I believe she'll do justice to that. And again, please do help to share this so everyone can tell who we need this information right now, and we need it to make a decisive decision about their intention to study in the United Kingdom. So thanks so much, Ola, for answering these questions. I will quickly just pick one of the question on the comment box, then we proceed with on question thereafter.
Okay.
From Sulaiman Abdul Rashid, do you accept students with HND and PGD for direct masters? That's a student who already had HND and PGD.
Okay, that's a very good question. So for the HND student, yes, we accept HND for a course, just one course. So we have a course, it's called BSc Top Up in Global Business Management. So if you have an HND or something related to that, you can apply for this 1 year course. It's just 1 year bachelor's program. So you do the BSc top up in global business management, and you will finish in 1 year with a bachelor's program. Afterwards, if you decide to do your master's, that's fine. If you decide to, just continue working, that's also fine. But for direct masters, at the moment, we're not able to take HND into direct masters.
I think what Suleiman is trying to ask is the fact that someone who got HND has now proceeded to have additional qualification, which is PGD, postgraduate diploma, right? Added to the HND. Both combined can that secure a student a direct master's at Aston?
Okay, now I understand. So when it's that can be accepted on a case by case basis. So let me explain. So now you did HND in what program? So let's assume that you want to apply for business and management, just example. And then you've done your HND in business administration, you've done your PGD in business administration, and in your PGD you had a very good grade. In your HND you had like okay grade, maybe an upper credit or even a distinction. That can be accessed on a case by case basis. So I'm not gonna say that yes we accept it, but then it needs to like be good, so that in such instances when you want to apply, you apply with your PGD. You put the PGD first, then you put the HND as the second result, and then your OND, so that the admissions team can gauge that based on what you have submitted. So if it is good enough, they can pass it on to the course tutor to confirm that you are able to come on the course, that it is on a case by case basis.
Oh, okay, that's so clear, and thanks for that. And one of the major issue we do get with people with PGD is the fact that what they are going to study at their PGD program is always different from what they got at HND in most cases. You see someone with HND in accounting and got PGD in education, and now wants to go to Aston to study, and he wants direct masters because he got PGD. So he felt like after all, he already got PGD, he still want to do MSc accounting and Aston. So that
Mm,
definitely will not work because the HND accounting is completely different from the PGD in
mm,
education eventually. So that may not qualifies you for direct masters. And you need to take a top of degree if still you want to proceed to study in the United Kingdom. So thanks so much for answering that question. I don't know if Ellen got another question to ask her.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I would want to know the accommodation for students. Do they have to stay in campus or there are other arrangements for them? And what's the price range like?
okay, I'll start from the middle, the question you asked second. So Aston University is located in the city center, just 5 minutes walk from the city center, like where people term city center. And then there's so many accommodations around, which include the student accommodation for Aston and others, several accommodation. So if a student can decide to stay on the university accommodation, that's great. And then if they feel like they don't want to stay in the university accommodation, there are so many accommodations around the university as well. So they can choose to stay there. And our university accommodation won University Accommodation of the Year in 2020 because of the aesthetics, the security. It is a very beautiful place for students if they want to stay there. It's very secure. So, by adventure, anyone is looking to stay in the accommodation, it's a good choice for you. And then if you feel you don't want to stay there as well, it's fine. For our accommodation is guaranteed for all year one students. So if you're coming in for year one, you have a guaranteed place on campus. But if you're coming in for masters, you need to message the accommodation team and confirm that accommodation is available for you. This accommodation fee is around 7,500 to about 8,000 per year, depending on the kind of room, depending on the kind of package that you want, because there are different packages. There's some accommodation that comes with ensuite rooms, I mean, with ensuite toilet, bathroom, and the likes. There's some that you have to share. So they will just let you know which one is available and then they will put the fee in front of it. But typically is around about £7,500 to £8,000 per year.
All right, so that's fine. Giving international students an option of either using the on-campus accommodation or whether to make a choice outside the campus, of course, makes it more flexible for whoever wants to come to Birmingham to study at Aston. One of the most of the questions we've been asking all this while are questions that address people who really want to come to Aston and are highly interested in getting some fact check before they put in. But now the question I want to ask is about let's say someone has applied he has gotten admission according to what you said in terms of 72 hours, probably if they are applying for a TOST program. Now, after making deposit, so how long are they going to get their classes? Because we know some schools, after making payment, then you now have to also, and it is like war for you to be able to secure the sponsorship
So
from the school.
um, that's a very sound question because many people find it easier with us because Aston is quite straightforward. When you get your offer, you've paid your deposit, then they will give you access to Cash Shield. You put in all your details on Cash Shield, like your documents you used to apply, your bank statement, your TB test, tuberculosis test, because you need to have a tuberculosis test if you're coming from Nigeria. I haven't done all of this, meaning that after you've uploaded all the documents, sometimes we do random interviews. So it's not everybody that gets to do an interview, but randomly you could be selected for one, and it is not difficult at all. You typically do like a pre-recorded one. So you are the one that will just click when you're ready and then answer the questions on your screen. That's all. So after you've done that, if you're required to do that, within 3 to 5 working days, you will get your cars. It's that straightforward. You don't need to stress or start calling or start sending emails. The moment you've uploaded all your documents, if you fulfilled all the conditions on the Cash Shield, within 3 to 5 working days, you receive your cars.
Okay, that's fine. So let's quickly check this question from Shadi Bello. Do you have any rest?
That's a good question coming at the right time because we have different MRS courses now. So we have MRSs in two of our colleges. We have the MRS in Health and Life Sciences. So if you are health inclined, like you've studied health related courses, or are looking to do a master's of research in health, then we have three courses in that line. The first is called the MRS Biosciences. The requirement is a 2-1. You don't need IELTS. You just need your proof of English. That's from the WAEC. Your WAEC minimum of C6 in English. Then you apply. Application is still ongoing. So if you want to apply, please do. Please follow the details as on the course web page, because there is a portion on the course web page that shows you what you should do. There's a series of project titles on the course web page that you need to select and put it in your application while you're applying. So that's for MRes in biosciences. Then the other one is called the MRes Bioinformatics and Genomic Medicine. This one requires can accept a 2-2. So if you have a second class lower in health related courses or sciences, then you can put in the application. Also, like I mentioned, look at the course web page and ensure that you're doing accordingly to what they put there so that you don't have any stress in terms of responses. Then the third one is more professional. It's called the MRes Neuropharmacology. It's for people that are currently pharmacists and then they want to do a master's of research in that field. But that one requires an IELTS, so you please take note of that. Then in the College of Business, in our College of Business, we currently have launched an MRS program in business and management. So that was why I said this question is very relevant to now, because we just launched this two weeks ago. The MRS in business and management is accept a 2-1. So you need to have a 2-1. And then you need to apply right now. If you're looking to study that course, please check the course webpage as well to be sure that you are doing everything right. When I mean everything right, I mean that when you are making the application, have your research proposal like the topic. So this is not the regular research proposal where you write so many words. It's just 300 words. Just tell us what you want to research about. And then please, when you are doing your personal statement, write the title of a research proposal in your personal statement so that we are aware of what you want to do even before we check the research proposal. So when you upload this document, as well as other documents like your WAEC certificate, like your transcript, degree certificates, CV, then within about 2 weeks, we said 2 weeks now for business and management because it's a new course. So we are still working on several things from within. So within 2 weeks for business and management only, you should get a response. And then the deadline for business and management application is the 1st of September. So you have now until 1st of September to apply for business and management. And then from next week or upper week, we'll start to give offers for business and management. But for the other courses that I mentioned before now, the other MRES courses, they are not handled by our admissions team. It is the course director of the course, of those courses that issue the offer. So it might not be as quick as business and management. So you need to that's why I said when you're making the application, ensure that you've done everything right. Put the personal statement, put the project title as what is on the course page. Like I mentioned, biosciences have different course titles on the course page. So you're supposed to select one of those course titles and put in your personal statement when you're applying, right? So depending. Okay, another question on the screen. What's the turnaround time for MRES? Okay, I just mentioned it. For business and management, within 2 weeks, you should get an offer. But for MRES in biosciences, bioinformatics, it is not in my control. It is basically left to the course director to ensure that you've done everything right and they issue you a decision.
Okay, so that is very clear, and thanks for that explanatory response. Um, this question, we always, one way or the other, face with this. Students with tech class who graduated with tech class don't want to do pre-masters, want to have an opportunity to study a direct master's in a UK university. And of course, probably they have work experience. So I don't know, is there any space for them?
As at today, we will not accept the class. However, the reason why I said as at today is because that's what's currently ongoing. However, there are certain reviews going on campus. We're trying to see what courses that certain students can study. So eventually, if certain decisions are made, then we'll communicate it to all our agents, especially you. But for now, we do not accept the class.
Okay, thank you for that. Ellen?
I would want to ask, these MRS courses, do all the courses allow dependents, or there's a selected few that allows dependents?
That's a tricky question. Um, it's a tricky question because not publicly, you shouldn't declare this. However, our MRS courses is on a level 8,
Okay.
and the typical standard of the UKVI says that research courses on level 8 can come with dependents.
Okay.
Okay, that's precise. And I think she asked that question probably because someone dropped it on the comment box, but that has been properly addressed too. So thank you very much for that. So we are still welcoming comments, and don't just come to my inbox to ask questions about our team when you have all this opportunity to ask the African representative for the university. Of course, if you want an instant admission, you want your cast to be released as soon as possible, you want your payment to be confirmed, or you got anything to do with asking, this is a greater opportunity for you to meet with her right now and of course ask your questions. So as you continue to deliberate on this, one of the most important questions people or that we always find difficult to convince people to come and study in Aston, apart from the being a standard university with high reputation, and of course the price reflect that. Another thing is, Birmingham is a city, and of course people who are living from Nigeria to the UK might say they will really find it difficult to cope in terms of accommodation expenses and so many things within the city. So that's, some of them will prefer to go to outskirts. So what do you think? What was your advice to people that don't want to come to Birmingham?
Okay, so this that you said is something I've heard before, but I just want to put some context to it, right? It's like somebody saying that I don't want to be in Lagos. I prefer to go to Oshogo because I believe that Oshogo will be more cost effective than staying in Lagos. Apparently, there's so many opportunities that you will get in Lagos. The kind of salaries that you receive in Lagos is not the same that you receive in Oshogo. right? The kind of exposure that you get in Lagos is not the same that you, not like you wouldn't get in Oshogbo, but it's not the same, right? So that is the answer we give to people that do not want to study in Birmingham. Like I mentioned before, Birmingham has the second largest populations of companies in the UK after London. Birmingham is not as expensive as London, but it is not expensive. It is relatively cheap, depending on the kind of lifestyle you want to live. All of these are available there. I can decide to stay in a bedroom that a two-bedroom that is £600, and then I can decide that, oh, I have so much money, I don't want to stay in £600 two-bedroom. I want to stay in a £2,000 two-bedroom. All of these are available in Birmingham. Which one are you going for, right? And then when it comes to food, food is the cheapest in Birmingham. I have people that they travel all the way from Scotland to Birmingham to buy food in the African market, because there's a particular African market in Birmingham. There's so many African markets, but there's a particular African market in Birmingham that opens from about 10 p.m. to about 3 a.m. Funnily, but they sell the cheapest product there. So many people travel all around just to be part of that. They want to buy bulk and take home. So I don't know why people say Birmingham is expensive, because it's not in London, but then depends on where you stay, depend on the kind of house that you select, depend on, but all of these are available. You can decide to either go high or, just stay within your cost, your own coats, cut your coat according to your size, right? But then, there's so many opportunities. You will definitely get so many work opportunities in Birmingham. So as you're earning, you're spending, that is fine. Not like you'll be in an outskirts city, you don't have access to work opportunities, you're not exposed, it's not a welcoming environment. Because Birmingham has so many international students, it has the second largest proportions of Blacks, Asians, and other minority ethnic groups. So you have a very less chance to feel racist. To be racist, a very less chance of racism in Birmingham. I can't see myself again. Can you see me?
We can't. I think it's your from your end. Can you maybe refresh the page and see if it's going to come up?
Let me try that.
All right. So if you are still watching us, of course she's going to be back because I know you are getting the full package of what she's. Okay, let me try to add her back. Yes, she's back. Yes, she's back now.
Okay. So I did what you said. I refreshed the page and it worked. Thank
All
you.
right.
So, like I was talking about Birmingham, I understand the misconceptions. Well, sometimes could be true, depending on whatever a person's lifestyle is. But there are all of these available in Birmingham. But then let me just talk about this briefly, since I have the opportunity to. The university, on the other hand, what we do is we do so much in terms of career opportunities for students. We don't just want the student to come spend all of that money and is not able to get value or return on investment. So what we do is that we have an award-winning careers and placement team that all they were employed to do is to link students to possible job opportunities within the campus, within the within Birmingham, even outside of Birmingham. We just link them with so many opportunities. Currently, the careers and placement team, they're currently working on something, is already out. So it's a guaranteed placement option for all postgraduate students. Guaranteed work opportunity. So you don't need to stress or send so many CVs. You have access to a guaranteed work opportunity if you come to study with us from September of this year. So you can either do an hybrid option where you go to work and do online, or you do a fully virtual option, or you do a fully physical option, depending on what you want. So that is one of the things that we've started doing as a university, just to improve students' chances of getting work opportunities. Because the more UK experience you have, the more likely you are able to get like a permanent job in the UK.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. And I believe if you are still scared of studying at Birmingham, then of course you probably might be missing a lot of opportunity. This is the last question I'm going to take from the comment box. Then we'll wrap it up with the next two questions, and we call it a day. So this is asking, Ojoken is asking, when is the application deadline for September intake?
Okay, that's a very good question. Application deadline for September is not out yet, meaning that you can still apply. So far, you can meet the CAS deadline. So we have a CAS deadline. We have different CAS deadlines depending on the course. The earliest CAS deadline we have is for MSc Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine. That CAS deadline is on the 11th of August. So if you can meet up, great. Most of the courses, the CAS deadline is 25th of August. So, and you know what I mean. It means that you should have your finances ready. So if you can apply now, great. It means that you can quickly put your finances together, or you currently have your finances already, right? Then you can quickly apply, and then you can get everything, your offer, apply for your CAS, and you can still meet up. So 25th of August is our CAS deadline for, like, if you want to do the normal application, but we could still extend this for you if you are looking to do like a priority visa and the likes.
Okay, so that's fine. Most cases, students want to ask question about two special courses: nursing and social work. Do you have any? Is the same requirements for the two courses as the general one?
You have really good questions, actually, because it's good for me to address this. We have nursing, but only in the undergraduate. So we have bachelors in adult nursing, we have bachelors in mental health nursing. For social work, we don't have social work at all. But for masters, we have a course right now that many students looking to do nursing or social work can look at. It's called MSc Mental Health Addiction, something like that. Let me confirm what it is. Yeah, mental health addiction, or addiction and mental health, something like that. Addiction and mental health. So this is a very good course because you are learning so much about mental health, you're learning so much about addiction, and it offers you so many opportunities, where you could work. You could work in a mental health home, you can work in the hospital, you can work in the NGO, you can work in, you can do so many things. So we have that options for you, so you can check and apply.
Okay, that's good. So I'm going to check that out, and of course, we check what the requirement is, and at the same time, spread the message to our prospective students. So thanks for letting us know about this. And we have only two questions left, and one of them now is, why should a student come to study at Aston?
You've heard so many beautiful things I've said, but I'm just going to say more things. Come to study at Aston because it is a modern university. It's big on innovation, practical teaching. It's not like you've ever known before. You are learning in the best practical way that not just what you're familiar with, but a different way of learning. Then you have access to so many quality modern teaching facilities at the university. You are going to be at Aston University, and because we have a very good careers team, we want you to get access to so many work opportunities. We want you to select those opportunities by yourself, right? So you're going to be working hand in hand with the careers and placement team to get good jobs, because we want you to get good return on investment. Why to study at Aston is because Aston is located in a strategic location, Birmingham. Birmingham has the second largest proportions of companies in the UK. So if you are looking to work during and after your studies in a good place that offers you so many opportunities, not in a village like where many of your colleagues go to, come to Birmingham, come to Aston University. You don't need to travel all the way, and still be in a closed space. It's an exposed place. I don't like Lagos so well, but I know that Lagos comes with its own exposure and opportunities. Birmingham is a lovely place. It's relatively calm. It's a very welcoming place. It has so many international students, so you will feel at home. There's so many African markets, many African restaurants. There's so many fashion outlets. You don't need to go to a nearby city to access all of this. All of this is available in Birmingham, and Aston University is a good place for you. Think quality, think generosity, because we have several scholarships, please leverage that to come to study at Aston University. We look forward to seeing you either in September if you're able to meet up, or you can come in January, or you can come in April. We just want to see you on campus.
All right, that is so amazing, and that's really beautiful. So, you got all this opportunity only if you go to study in Birmingham. So, not any other education, according to Olalupe. So,
Yeah.
of course, she has answered this question before. 5,000 deposit, £5,000 deposit as soon as you got your offer, and at the same time, you pay 50% probably on enrollment on 1 month into your course, then the balance is spread over 8 months on installment basis. So that is very clear. And do you conduct an interview? Yes, on a case by case cases, right? So depends on who is the student, what profile has he submitted for CAS. The casting might probably want to know if the student deserves to be sponsored. So that is very fine because right now the home office sometimes interview students randomly too based on the profile they submitted for visa application. So I don't want you to stress her. She has done a lot for us.
Oh, no, you can
Uh,
stress me. You know, there was a question that they asked. They said, "Do you need interview before getting an offer?" So you do not need interview to get an admission letter for almost all the courses except for about two courses. So the first one is popular, is MBA. Before you can get an MBA offer, you need to do an interview because we need to be sure that you meet the requirements for MBA. Our MBA do not require fresh graduates. We want you to at least have 2, 3 years work experience so that when they are saying certain things in the classroom, you understand because you're doing masters of business administration, it's more of management. And then also the interval is good because MBA has its own specific scholarship. So there is a £12,000 scholarship for MBA. There is also a £6,000 scholarship for MBA. So after you do your interview or during your interview, depending on how well you speak, if you speak as eloquently as Dr. Otman or Ellen, then and you talk about what you've done, your experience, you just talk about it, you brag a bit, then you could get the £12,000 automatic scholarship. So you get your offer and you get the £12,000 automatic scholarship. If you do fairly okay, you just talk okay, then you can get £6,000 off your tuition fee. But if you just talk without impressing anybody, then you only get your offer letter. So it's a fair deal, right? So that's the answer to that question. Thank you for
so
asking it.
apart from MBA, which other course?
It's
I
just
think
MBA. So the other course
listen.
that has interview is MFAM, Masters. MFAM is the undergraduate for pharmacy.
Yes.
So when you want to apply for MFAM, then after you've submitted your application, they will need to do an interview with you, just to be sure that you understand what you're coming in to study.
Okay, okay, thank you very much. I think Mayowa she has also answered this, but like if a student is unable to meet up with the finances, so it depends on the discretion of the admission team or the CAS team. As of that time, the student wants to request for CAS. So all you need to do is if you have made deposit, it's very important you start working on your finance or your bank statement right now and some other document you are going to use to get your CAS, like your TB certificate and others. But should in case you have all this and you think like you are behind schedule for submitting documents for your CAS, and you already got all those things, or you have like few days to go, then you can talk to us. Then we talk to the school about it, and we see what options is available for you. So thank you very much for that. The very last question is that I'm going to ask. I don't know if Ellen should ask it, but let me even ask myself though. What do you have to say to viewers about NWC education?
Oh, yes, I was about to say that, even without she saying, because NWC Education is one of our premium agents. They send us one of the best students. So, and they do very well in their processes. They have excellent counselors that can help you through your processing from start to finish. Also, even if you have an offer and then you still want them to apply for your visa, they're available to do that. They have very good visa success rates. We've not received any refusal from any of their students. So you are in safe hands. Please contact them today. Let them apply for you. See, I usually tell my students, let NWC apply for you. They are a very reliable agents, so they can apply for you to the school, and they are good with follow-ups. They can always contact the university, contact us at any time just to help you if you have any concerns, if you have any issues. And even if you are selected to do an interview, they would prepare you for every interview. So you are in safe hands, right? So contact them today, let them put in your application for you, and we look forward to seeing you in the university.
Thank you very, very much for this. And to all our viewers, we really appreciate you for joining us. For those who actually share this live, thank you very much. I believe you have gotten a lot of insightful response from our questions, and I believe you are going to take actions. So all you need to do is to check my number on the screen, 08030 447894. You can say our Lagos Island 0086961027. Also our Ikeja and UK phone contact. So all you need to do is get in touch with us today, send in your document, and we submit your admission to Aston as soon as possible. Of course, it's not too late for September intake, and at the same time, January 2026 application is also on, and you can as well send in your document not too early for January 2026 also. So, Ellen, thanks so much for joining us today. I know you would like to say a goodbye to Ola and our viewers, right?
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for joining our live stream today. We are grateful.
Okay, Daniel, thank you. Okay, please, I just joined. Is MS still open, and how much is the tuition? Yes, MS is still open, and the tuition fee. Ola, can you please?
It's about 22,500 pounds.
You have opportunity for discount. So all you need to do is that, please, you can see my number on the screen. Please do get in touch with us, and I'll give you the breakdown of every MS courses that are available and how to go about it. So, Ola, please, your last message to our viewers.
Thank you all so much for joining in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking notes. Thank you for start. I know you started putting your documents together. Please reach out to NWC, and we look forward to seeing you in September or in January, depending. Thank you all so much.
Thank you all and have a wonderful day.